Hi, my name is Ivan Alter, and I'm a mediator and collaborative lawyer in Westchester County, New York. Today, I am presenting as part of a series with my colleagues, Ken Novenstern, Melissa Goodstein, Arnold Krabary, and Lily Vasileff, a series on the elements of collaborative law and collaborative practice. And my particular piece is to explain interest-based negotiation, what that means and why that matters. So when we talk about interest-based negotiation, we're talking about as compared to positional negotiation. A positional negotiation says, I want this thing, and you either win or lose. There's really no room to go from there. An interest-based negotiation asks why. It says, well, why do you want that thing? Because understanding why is going to present a whole host of possibilities. So the classic example is these two children are fighting over an orange, and the children's father says, you know something, I don't want to hear the two of you fight. I'm going to cut the orange in half. I'm going to give each of you half an orange. And as a result, each of them gets half of what they want. But if the father had asked, why do you want the orange? The son would have said, because I intend to bake a cake and I need the rind. And the daughter would have said, because I'm hungry and I want to eat it. And if the father had known why, he could have satisfied 100% of both of their needs. That's the magic of interest-based negotiation. So in the collaborative model, that's what we do. It's very different from the litigation model, where people are focused very much on what and what they receive, and what they receive is compared to what the other person receives. In collaborative, we spend our time focusing on the why. So an example might be that, let's say a spouse is there, or people are getting divorced and the spouse says, well, I want to stay in the house. Well, that's kind of a what, and there's not really any place to go from there. Either they're going to stay in the house or they're not. But if we ask why, that spouse might say, because it's close to the kid's school. And we say, oh, so really what you're interested in is making sure that the kids stay in the same school. And that's the kind of thing that could be met by any number of solutions, not just necessarily staying in the house. So if we can focus on interests rather than positions, we gain some really important benefits. First of all, we get to expand options, right? It's not just yes or no. Two, we allow for the possibility of a win-win, which doesn't necessarily exist in a positional negotiation where either you get it or you don't. Three, we allow for collaboration, which is really the magic of our process, right? We see the problem, we understand the problem, and then instead of fighting over it, all of us work together to try to find the solution. And when we're talking about interest and we understand the interest, we can do that together. And finally, it gives us a greater understanding of both our own interests as well as the interests of the other people that are involved in the negotiation. And having that greater understanding not only produces greater outcomes, but actually deepens the relationships between the people who are involved. So collaborative law uses interest-based negotiation exclusively. If you want to learn more about it, you can contact me or any of my colleagues. And it was a pleasure talking to you today. Thank you.